everyone, welcome back to the channel. Thanks for dropping by and choosing to tune into the one of my videos today. I'm Jenny and I've got something very different today. I'm going to do slow stitching. I can't believe I'm doing this after all these years. I'm doing it once again. And I had no idea it was called slow stitching back then. I just thought I was hand sewing everything onto my garments and doing very little. All the embellishments were all hand sewn on. Let me just say that the garments were machine stitched, but all the embellishments were hand stitched. So I have got, the reason why I'm doing slow stitch is, and why I've got all this prettiness before you, is because as you will have seen a couple of videos ago when I was doing ephemera or something or other, the hortensia papers, you would have seen them in that video, or parts of them, and it's very, very pretty, old world. Very pastel. Personally, I prefer the more Victorian old world, so the dusty, more murkier pinks and mauves and olive and sage greens, and all those colours. They're more my colours. But hortensia is a very, very pale pastels and very pretty sort of colours. And so, yeah, so I've got like a series of beautiful bits and pieces that I can put on a cover. At this stage, I think I'm only doing one cover. I might be doing two. I'm not sure. I'm doing a soft post bag cover. I did these covers on for my sewing journals that I did some time back, which I did a patchwork of doilies and retro fabric on for the cover, and I machine stitched all that down, whereas this time I'm doing a patchwork of bits and pieces, and I'm going to hand stitch everything. And this is the post bag, and I'm going to have it close by because this is about the width that it's going to be. I'm not having it like so that I need more room. I need like that amount of room for the spine. So I need to be mindful of that, and after I've done a certain amount, I will need to pop it on here and just see where it's fitting, so that I can be aware of where the spine is and what I'm doing on the slow stitch piece, whether it's going to be okay for the spine there or not. I'm not really sure how to, I can't remember really how to start, so I'm just going to start. And I found some pictures. I went through my old Instagram account, which is still active, and I went through that for some inspiration, because that was back in 2017, I think, was around when I finished repurposing clothing and upstyling clothing and that sort of thing, and all my evening bags and stuff. but yeah, it's still active. So I went through there for some inspiration, and I've taken a screenshot of some of my images, and I'm going to put them up for you so that you can see them. So you will get some idea of like what I used to do. So instead of me telling you, and you know, I don't know, sometimes it's easier to sort of see it to understand what I'm talking about. But yeah, so I'm going to pop up some images for you to have a look at. There's only like about 4, maybe 5, and that they'll slowly sort of flip through, and then we will be back to doing this, and I will have my base piece down, and I will sort of talk about a bit more about how I'm going to go about things. And yeah, so I'm just going to move this and leave you with the few images. So I have got a piece of calico here, and that's going to be my base for my complete cover piece. And I have actually got it much bigger than what is required, but that's fine, because what I don't need I will cut off, and I will use it amongst the journal and possibly the next journal. I'm not sure if I'm doing one of these covers for the other one. I'm thinking I might do it could be similar, but maybe not as much slow stitching involved. So all right, so yeah, this piece is quite significantly a lot bigger than needed, but that's fine. So I'll just pop that down there, so I need it when I need it. And I did have a look on my phone before I turn the video back on. It is much bigger than the screen, so I could see that there was a portion of it, probably about so much, that you're not seeing at the bottom, but I will try to remember to check every so often and move the piece around. All right, but for now it should be okay. So I'm going to start on the edge, one edge, and I'm going to start with this purple tablecloth. So I don't want lots and lots of it, or do I? I might actually. Do I want to start with that? No. No, I don't. What I do want to start with is this. So just bear with me while I cut a piece. I want to cut a piece that is pretty much the width. There's a little bit extra, but I can use that for ruffles. I can make ruffles with it, so that's okay. And we'll just pop that up there. So it'll probably be out off screen at the moment, so I'm sorry, but I have to do this. Although I'll do it from there. Oh no, I'll do it from the edge. Okay. I don't know if this is going to tear this way. Oh yeah. Okay. So I'm not going to need that anymore because I can use the extra piece. The piece I cut off I can use for anything else that I might need. Okay, so well, this room's getting warm. It's been stinking hot here in Adelaide, and now it's we've got a bit of rain coming through, so now it's just steamy. And I've just turned off my aircon about an hour and a half ago or so, and because I've had it on for almost 2 days, and I wanted to open up the doors and air out the house, and now I wish that I had left it on. So I might have to get up in a minute and put it back on, because I don't know if I can cope with the heat in this room. It's already a tinderbox in here anyway, without, you know, it being a hot day or evening. It's nearly 8 o'clock in the evening here. So, all right, so now I have got a piece to start working on. Yeah, I'm going to have, just excuse me while I get up and put the aircon on. Okay, so my air conditioner is on, and just move that so you can see it, because I'm going to work. This is the front of the journal, so I'm going to work with this side, and we'll go back to this piece. I think I just need to cut it somewhere. I've cut the centre out of this tablecloth. Okay. Now, let me just... so that's the right side. And I don't want a huge amount. I want it all down the side. I can't find my sewing pins. I hunted for my sewing pins and I can't find them anywhere. So I'm going to have to improvise. As best I can. All right, so that's, put that over there. So, and I'm going to just take sorry if this is loud, the cutting. Sorry about that. Now, do I want... Yeah. So, yes, I do have to improvise. I do apologise. I'm going to have to hand tack it very roughly. I'm not going to be perfect about it. And I'm not using that little needle, so I won't be able to see it. And I'm just going to hand tack. This is going to be good. All right. For all threading of the needle, I will be cutting it out, okay? Because I also couldn't find my needle threader. I've got one needle threader left. So, we will do my best. So back to things that you could use for slow stitching for anyone who has not done it before. All right, I'm just going to do this. Oh, that was easy. Okay. Apart from doilies and some pretty vintage or retro fabrics you want to use, you will need buttons, or you won't need, but you could use various accents like buttons and seed beads, other types of beads. You could even put charms on, little charms here and there if you want to. So that is all good. I personally wouldn't use very, very thick fabric as your base, unless of course you're just going to not like totally cover it. If you're going to leave, because it just makes it very thick. But then, I mean, it's all personal choice. All our art, it's all art, and it is all our personal choice. So I'm just going to use very, very big stitches. This is just to get it all in place, and then I can slow stitch it all on in proper stitches. Okay, so this is not slow stitching, this is just tacking, because I don't have my pins, and I don't want to use a glue stick or anything to kind of tap it down with. I'm going to do this properly. So I will use a variety of buttons, and I might put a charm or two on here and there. Depends on if I've got it. If I don't have it, then I won't be putting it on. You could, if you have a nice little piece of jewellery that you might want to add. It depends on the journal, you know, if it's for yourself or for someone special, you might want to put a piece of jewellery on it to accent the age of the journal that you're sort of working towards. Or, you know, if you're a junk journal seller, you definitely could I don't think that'll matter. Once it gets glued down, it'll be fine. My backing, I have started stitching it and my backing doesn't come to the very edge, but that's all right. It's not going to be too much of a problem, so long as the silk is the edge. Alright, so that is now stitched on. I'll just come here and stitch this down. See, I've done quite large stitches. They're about 1 centimetre to 1 inch. Very uneven. And I don't have a pin cushion. So, alright. So, going back now to now we've talked about what you could use and stuff. Going back to my images of my previous work that I did for probably about 5 or 6 years. I did the clothing, and then for several years prior to that I was doing Victoriana. So if anyone is familiar with Judith and Catherine embroideries, ribbon embroidery and beading and all that, that's what I used to do before on cushions and evening bags. Now, before I stitch that down, I just want to see what I want to do with this. I'm going to put a piece of this somewhere. And when I'm cutting the pieces off these large remnants, I'm not being precise with the shape, you know, like it doesn't have to be a square rectangle or a circle or anything. It's just, I'm just cutting it off and using what I have got. So now I'm better check whether you can see what I'm doing here. No. All right. Sorry. There we go. So you can see, yeah, this is not any specific shape. I've just cut a piece. All right, I like that. So I'm going to stitch that on. And yes, I have bunched it up. It's not flat. You'll see why. I might do a short video of me doing some of the accent work. I don't want to make slow stitching a part of my playlist here on YouTube. I just, because I'm not going to be doing, slow stitch is not really a part of my channel. my channel is just about the journals, and occasionally I might do something that's stitched this way. I'm sorry, I've got to keep the ruffle in place. Okay. Yeah, I don't want to. There's a lot of slow stitches on here, like there's a lot of junk journalers, and I just don't. I've got my art as well, and I don't want to have to add another focus to my creative world. I'm doing this merely out of necessity, not out of I'm doing this and I want to share and let's make this on a semi-regular basis or anything. No, I don't want to do that. So if I do something that is slow stitch, I will let you know. Okay, and I'll come down here and stitch that down in place. So yeah, it is because I've ruffled it, it is sort of a bit bunched up, but you will see later. It's too hard to explain. I will show it to you when I get to that point, which won't be for a few days. I've got to hand stitch all this on in proper fashion. So great big stitch there, and another inch long. This is purely just tacking it on. Where's the needle? There it is. Come on, go through. Right. Okay, next piece. The appliques I won't be putting on until after I've added all the main bits. And I'm not stitching that because stuff will go over it, so it's fine. Okay. What about if I put some of this on? Should we use some of this? Where will this go? I don't know. Will I continue working in the spot I'm working in? I have no clue. Oh, this is hard to cut. These are my good scissors. So, I don't know. How much do I want to sacrifice? All right. To keep checking. Oh, you can see it. Okay, I'm going to pop it there. Let's get another piece of something. What about this one? This pretty one? This could definitely go here under there like that. So this is just like collage. If you were collaging with paper, yeah, it's just like that. So I've been looking forward to doing something. I actually have got a little project that will require some embroidery. That it was an idea that's not my idea. I got it from a friend of mine. I don't know if she dreamt it up, or I can't remember when she told me about it. I cannot remember if it is something she's thought of, or if she sort of heard about it from somewhere. I don't know. I can't remember. So that can go there. And what else can we use? Where's that velvet? Now, what's I going to do with this? I did have an idea for this. Yeah, no, I'm not putting that on just yet. What about some of this? No, it's too much pink. What about some of this? Some of this pretty material. Yeah, so when she told me, sorry, I keep stopping in my conversation. It's a bad habit when I can't help it. When I'm concentrating on something, if I'm talking and I'm mid-conversation, I just, I can't help but I just stop because I need to, it's like I can't do two things at once. And so I do apologise if that's frustrating to you. If you don't like it, well, maybe my channel's not for you. Maybe I'm not the junk journaler for you. But I'm sure there's people out there that are the same. They can't talk and concentrate on what they're doing at the same time. Okay, well, not in regards to this, I can't anyway. Some things I can. Okay, so I might bunch this up as well, but I don't want a huge piece. And I'm going to pop this here. Like so. Oh, this is so much fun. I used to do this on my evening bags and some of my clothing I used to do it on. So if I fold that down, I've got to re-thread my needle. I'll fold that down. Now, I wanted to tuck this end under. The other cut ends I'm not worrying about because I will add appliques and stuff there. Alright, so now this I want to sort of just roughly gather up. I'm not even doing it properly. I'm just, as long as I get that bunched effect, I'm quite happy with that. You're all wondering, what is she doing? I know, but there is a method in my madness, and you will see that eventually. It looks messy and a hodgepodge, but trust me, it will look awesome once it's finished. This section I'm talking about, the whole thing hopefully will look awesome when it's finished. It better, after all the work that I'm going to be putting into it, it better look awesome. And if I do, because I'm doing this slow stitch cover, I'm thinking that I'm going to be doing stitching throughout the journal as well. I just think, you know, I'm putting a lot of effort in. Right, so that's enough. Right. Okay, let's go on to the next thing. I put my, I'm calling it the Tree of Life. I might pop that in the back. What's happened here? We've bunched up a bit. See, this is why you need pins. I'm going to put my Tree of Life up here, but I'm also going to put some lace up there. So I think I'm going to put this lace. And see, no, laying flat, no measuring, no, it needs to be a certain shape or anything. I'm just cutting a piece off. Okay, I'm going to pop that like that. No, I'm going to pop it this way. And you probably, are you in the frame? Yes. Like that, and then this here like that. So there's a snippet showing over there, and then I'll leave that there, and I'll stick a piece of this, I think. Now, not that big. I just want it for the corner, pretty much. Pop it right there in the corner with that little bit of lace over it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to lay out the rest as best I can for the rest of this video, because I think the video is just moving along very quickly. So we'll try to at least get this laid out so that you, for this video, get to see what I'm doing. Okay, we're going to take some off. And I'm going to pop that there, or that way. There. Like that. Okay. Now, do like this remnant that I had. Here it is. I want a piece of this down here. This is down the centre. Over there like that. And I want that over the top. This one. Pop that there. I'm going to take this flower off. And I'm going to pop that along the edge here. So here is the edge. This is the front edge, which is going to be quite a lot bigger. I might have to adjust that edge lace. So this is going to get cut off about there, and the excess I'll use throughout the journal. And then I've got about that much from the base of the envelope to the base of the fabric. So I'll leave an inch and cut the rest off, and the excess I will use throughout the journal. So just gauging where I'm at. Cool. Then I pop this one down the bottom here. Oh, actually no, I'll stitch these on first. Stitch. Oh, come on. Great big stitches. Sorry. Just to get, so it doesn't fall off the fabric pretty much when I move it up for the bottom piece. Like that. And I'll work on this at night throughout the next few days. I've got a little collection of stuff for my embroidery, slow stitching sort of things that I want to do. I will go back to actually doing reworked clothing, but for myself. I used to do a lot, and I did a tiny bit for myself. So I think it's time that I treated myself to a reworked clothing piece. Okay. Alright, so down here I'm going to put this piece. Check the time. I'm making reasonably good time. I'm going to put the whole piece on, and over here I'm going to put this like that, maybe not quite so far there, like that, and I've got this beautiful piece here. I think I'm going to have to put a section no, I'm going to have to hoard it for a journal. I can't cut it up. Don't laugh at me. I'll cut this one up, alright? I can just envisage a journal out of that, and I think it'll look awesome. So, you know, really gorgeous. Alright, I sacrificed a gorgeous doily. I wish one of you could just say to me, put it here. It'll look cool there. Okay, I'm going to pop it here. Like that. Alright, and I'm going to pop this piece. Right there. And have I got something else? Oh, I forgot about this doily. You know what? I don't want the outside part. Yeah, so I cut all the centre out of that doily because I didn't really like the edge, and so I want to put this over here. I'm putting it on this edge here somehow. like that. But I might have to move some of this edging that I've put on first. Might have to move that, like tuck it in underneath, because it sticks out a little bit too far. So that's what I'll do there with that. I'll do that after. We're coming to the end of the video, so I just want to get this done. Right. Okay. And I'm going to bunch it up again like I did the other one over here. And some of this pink doily as well. Don't know if I want it that big, but we'll see. Put that there. Don't know what's happening with this edge here, which you're not going to see on the journal anyway, but I'm going to have to put something down there. So I might pop some of this down there. I'm going to pop it underneath that. Okay. I'm going to take this little tiny flower off. And I'm going to stick it here. Like that. Like that. So I've got a fair bit of tacking to do, but I'm doing that off camera. I'm just finishing this up so that you get to see the layout before I end the video. Okay. I might actually use this piece. I'm going to pop it down the bottom here. Don't throw these remnants out. They can come in handy for snippet rolls, clusters, details on ephemera and that. So yeah, don't throw them out. Right, this is the right way. Like that, which I don't think you can see, but you're gonna, I've got one more piece to put on, something here. Some more of that pink material. Which I'll probably bunch some of it up and do that ruffled sort of effect with that. I'm going to pop this back over the top. And I'm going to cut off the excess bit. And that knocking that you can hear in the background, I'm sorry, I can't do anything about it. That's my blind. The aircon is blowing directly on it, and I haven't got the aircon on quiet because I need to have it up higher because this room is so hot. Okay, so these bits do look a little bit strange, but you'll see in the next video what I'm going to do with them, and then it'll all make sort of sense to you. At the moment, I know because I've done it before, so I know what I'm doing there, but to someone else you might not know unless you've done sort of old world embroidery and stuff. I don't know if it's strictly for old world, but that's what I used to do it for. So this is, you can see the top all across here and coming down to the middle. I might put something down the center here, I don't know, maybe not. Oh, what's going on? And then there, and that's the bottom. So, oh, and if anyone wants to see my little sewing station, it looks really cute. It's one that I can move to my couch. Quite literally, I would have to. And yeah, it's really sweet, and it's jam-packed full of all bits and pieces. Couldn't fit it all in, but yeah, if anyone wants to see that, I'll do a little video piece of that as well. So comment below if that's what you would like to see, my little embroidery station that is mobile, and I will do a video of it. Let me know what you think of this so far. I'm off to do a whole lot of tacking, and then I'm going to start my my slow stitching and adding in some appliques and bits and pieces, and yeah, we'll see how it looks. Peaceful blessings to you all. Have a lovely the rest of the weekend, the Sunday, because this will go up for Sunday morning. And whatever you're doing, be safe, have fun, and bye for now.